This is an example of looking something up on the Library of Congress catalog. This one is a bit unusual because it comes up on the first try, which in my experience isn't always the case, but we're going to take the time to look at the record and go through those pieces and see what is the most useful for our purposes at KEMO. So you're going to go ahead and open up your browser and just type loc.gov. That's how you get to the Library of Congress homepage. Once you're there, you'll scroll down and click on Library Catalog. So once that's open, you can type anything here in the quick search. You can see the list of things I've looked up before. So I'm just going to go ahead and type the title of a book here. And I typed it a particular way because I wanted to show you the article in front. The Library of Congress catalog doesn't allow you to keep that. So you can type it, but it's always going to give you this message, remove initial article, just hit yes, or you can just not type it to begin with. Either way, it doesn't recognize articles at the beginning. So this is what a regular record looks like on the Library of Congress catalog. This shows you the format. It is a book. The corporate name, sometimes that'll say personal author. This is a good example of why I chose to use the term contributor in our catalog. For our purposes, there's really no need to distinguish between corporate name and personal author. Especially in the case of military records like this, it tends to be an entity that writes things or that compiles records. So for us, it will be more useful to just join those all together and have contributor rather than author. And it makes it a whole lot easier when you're doing data entry. We're going to be moving down to main title now. You might have noticed before that the title on the cover of a book is not exactly the same as the technical title of the book. Usually if you go through the first few pages of the book, you'll see on one of the main pages, it'll have the full written out title. I use that for the most part when I enter the title on our catalog. I think that it has the most information. Some of these are really incredibly long just because of the type of records that they are. You might not want to enter the whole thing just to save space on your card catalog, but so far I've been entering everything that I see as useful in the title. But you can make that call when you're doing the record. All right, moving down to the publisher information here. Basically, I just copy and paste this straight into the spreadsheet because it has the information that I need already. From this, I take the publishing date and add that to the correct place on the spreadsheet as well, just because I like to be able to organize the spreadsheet by date if needed, and I'll tell you how to do that later on. The next part of the record that I find extremely useful is this link section. You'll often see a link here to a digital copy of the text that you're looking at. It's called HathiTrust. It is an online repository of information, basically. So it'll give you the sources, and you can click these various links. I think this one's Harvard University and the University of California have access. Since these are such old texts, there's not a copyright issue on a lot of them anymore, and you're able to look at them online. So you have the digitized copy right here. I find that this can be really useful for research. Especially as a research library, this is really going to be useful for your patrons. I don't put the HathiTrust link into the spreadsheet itself, but I do put the permalink, which I will show you in a moment, and that will get us back to the record if we would like to go there. Just wanted to scroll down a little bit here to give you an idea of what a digitized record looks like. You could see up there that the University of California had their stamp on it. So this is their copy that we're looking at. All right, so moving back to the catalog. You can see here, this is the permalink. This is what will take you directly to this catalog entry. It's not always simple to get back to a catalog entry because they are edited so frequently, a permalink allows you to get right back to it. So never copy the link that's in the URL area up at the top of the web page. You want to take the permalink where it's provided for you within the record itself. This is something that I was hoping would pop up while we were looking at this page. The session does time out pretty quickly on the catalog, so you just want to hit refresh session there.